The WNBA expansion draft has happened tonight, but one of the picks has Indiana Fever fans and myself scratching our heads. We are stuck at this point. Jewell Loyd has requested a trade. She's requested a trade out of Seattle. There has been an update in the investigation. There's a lot of conversations happening around Caitlyn Clark and a lot of comparisons that's not making sense. Connecticut Sun has hired a new coach, but the WNBA freedom fighters are upset again. The Slows and the freedom fighters are upset. We're going to talk about this and much more right after the intro. Boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as. Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode. Happy Friday, W360 family. My goodness, I have missed you all. I have missed you all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. What's up, AJ? ICSC is in the chat. What's going on, Bonnie? Abby U7. Hey, Kelly. Pete P, I see you in the chat. William is in the chat. And Sade. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the W360, okay? If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the W360. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to subscribe to the W360. Like, share, comment. Do all the things YouTube like for you to do with these videos so it can send it to more viewers, okay? And if you are a returning viewer, returning W360 family, returning supporter, thank you, thank you, thank you, okay? Welcome to the W360. I've missed y'all too. I've gotten a ton of emails and a ton of messages. People were like, CJ, where are you? Where are you at? I was on Thanksgiving break, guys. I went out of town, spent Thanksgiving with my family, stayed a little longer than I expected, went back home, but I am back home now, and we have a lot to catch up on, okay? We have a lot to catch up on. Seriously. Oh, thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and jump into it this episode. All right. The WNBA expansion draft has happened tonight, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. Indiana Fever. You didn't protect Timmy. Out of all the people on this team, starting with Nelissa Smith, you give away Timmy? Timmy? Nelissa Smith was right there. She's right there. Now you're stuck. I really feel like that the Indiana Fever team is stuck with Nelissa like an unwanted stepchild. Nobody wants her on this team. Nobody. So anyone messaging me, well, she might contribute. She's going to score. You shut your pie hole. No, she's not. She stinks. Nelissa Smith stinks. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're telling me Nelissa Smith, give her a chance, or they're probably going to keep Nelissa Smith to trade her. But my whole thing is, trade her for who? For what? What trade value does she have? She can't shoot. She can't shoot free throws, and she can't stop a cone. She plays no defense, and she's compromised. So I'm a little bit confused on what's going on with Nelissa Smith. Because I'll tell you one thing right now. I want Nelissa Smith out of my town. Get her out of my town. She's compromised. She's slow. She can't make a free throw. If a free throw could make her, it's not free. Get her out of my town. Seriously. What can you get for Nelissa Smith? What? She's poo. She stinks. And she's a cancer in the locker room. Her and that brother of hers. They're cancers. They were cancers last year prior to White Sheets' arrival. You don't believe? Ask old Indiana fans. Her and that brother of hers are toxic. Get her out of my town. Seriously. Nobody wants Nelissa Smith. And so Nelissa Smith tweets the other day. I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago, she tweeted something along the lines of, I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not appreciated. We agree, Nelissa. We agree. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted. We agree, Nelissa, because you're not wanted. No, we don't appreciate your tactics, Nelissa. We don't appreciate you celebrating the best player in this league. The only reason why people even know who you are, we don't appreciate you celebrating when she got poked in the eye by your girlfriend. No, Nelissa, you're not appreciated. None of you and your antics and your low free throw percentage is appreciated. None of it is. None of it. We want you gone, Nelissa. I don't know how more clear to be. We want you gone. Now, I'm telling you now, Nelissa, if this squad don't trade you, I'm driving to Indiana myself and pick you up. I'm going to pick you up. Nelissa, and I'm just going to say, you have to go. I'm driving you away. Seriously, there's no coming back from this. There's no coming back for me. There's no coming back. You're compromised. I'm going to do a separate video to show multiple plays when this Indiana squad played the Connecticut Sun, and you did nothing. Nothing. You look like a guy that looks like when his mistress walk up on him and his wife. You were just compromised the entire game. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know whether to score or play defense or help Dejanay up. Get out of my town. Get out of my town. Take you and your drama out of my town. So the only thing that I can hope is that there's some grand scheme that's happening. Maybe they're holding on to her to maybe get 2 more players. I'm not exactly sure. Scratching my head a little bit on why Timmy was traded. Just a little bit. Now, again, guys, if you've been following this show, you know I've said in the past, I'm okay with Timmy being traded. Traded. We could have gotten someone for Timmy because I'm going to stay on the side of what I said. I'm going to stay on the side. Timmy wasn't an offensive threat. I think we could have gotten someone better for her. I think she has more trade value than Nelissa Smith. But you just gave away more value than Nelissa. Damiris Dantes. Thank you, Badfield, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this one has me scratching my head. Guys, if you didn't tune into the draft tonight, here are the results. For the Golden State Valkyries, you have Elena Rupert, Carla Liete, Stephanie Talbot, Monique Billings, which I'm okay with Monique. Hopefully she can find a home there. Maria Condi, Timmy Fagbinley, Cecilia Zandalasini. This part was funny to me. I'm going to be honest. The Valkyrie said, we want nothing to do with anyone on that Seattle squad. We want nothing to do with anyone on that Seattle squad. Veronica Burton, Kate Martin, Kayla Thornton, and Julie Van Loo. Another pick that I am I'm okay with is Kate Martin being traded. You get Kate White Money Martin as far away from that team as possible. Get her somewhere where she can get some quality minutes. I still believe to this day the only reason why Vegas drafted Kate Martin was to upset Iowa fans. I do. I promise you, I think this is just my own conspiracy. I think Don Staley was behind some of that. I think Asia Wilson had a little bit to do with some of that. I think this was just a jab at Iowa fans. Because now you're going to be stuck watching Kate White Money Martin play on this Aces team that doesn't allow their players to have babies. Unless it's with a woman. But, nonetheless, I'm glad Kate Martin is away. Hopefully she can get, quality playing time and really play up to her, ability. And she's not a pawn in someone's sick little game. She's not a pawn in someone's sick little mind game. Now, if you ask me, this Golden State team is going to stink. Stinky, dirty diapers. This whole team is going to stink. I'm being honest. This team might win 5 games. This team is going to stink. Tall team, but they're going to stink. This team is going to be a hoot to watch. They are. I'm going to watch for Kate Martin and, of course, to support Timmy. Let me see here. I like Julie Van Loo. I like Julie Van Loo, too. Monique Billings, I'll watch. And I mean this. This is a comedy sports commentary channel, guys. So I'm really not trying to talk about, but Monique Billings is a hoot to me. And I'm going to keep that to myself. Nonetheless, I think this team is going to stink overall. They're going to stink. They're going to be like the Atlanta Dream next season. They're just not going to be fun to watch. They're probably going to stink, probably for a couple of seasons. They have a good coach, though. So we'll see, guys. We will see. Thank you for the super chat, Lauren. Lauren says she was selling more jerseys than Asia, the face of the league. That's my thing. Vegas, for you guys to get rid of Kate Martin, you sold your money. You gave away your money. You didn't protect your money player. Who do you think is going to sell jerseys? Sydney Colson? You think Sydney Colson is going to sell a jersey? Chelsea Gray? You think Chelsea Gray is going to sell a jersey? Sell Chelsea Gray's Olympic jerseys. It's going to come with an odor because she stunk so bad during the Olympics. So I was shocked to see that they let Kate Martin go. She's the fan favorite on that team. No one else on that squad besides Jackie Young is very likable. Not even Becky. Becky, you don't allow your players to reproduce. Seriously, someone said, watch them pick up Loyd. We are about to talk about Jewell Loyd because that story is funny to me. Seriously, that story is funny to me. So that's the expansion draft, guys. If you ask me, someone said Katie Lou costs too much. I think Katie Lou is making a little over $200 and something thousand. So no team is going to pick up her cost. Talk about robbing the league. My goodness. So, but this team is going to be a hoot to watch. I'll tune in. I will tune in. All right, before we move on to Jewell Loyd requesting a trade, do I want to talk about that next? Yeah, I'll talk about that next. But before we move on to Jewell Loyd requesting a trade, I want to shout out a W360 supporter, Monica Milton, who sent me a Christmas package. I just literally got back in town just a day ago, guys. And one of the W360 supporters sent me a package, and I want to just say thank you so much. I'll show you what she sent here. I'm going to put it up on the wall. Monica sent me a Caitlyn Clark ball for Christmas. Also, a very, very, very nice letter that she put here. I'm not going to read the letter, but it was very, very nice. Very nice. And also a towel here. So thank you so much. And I've gotten other gifts as well. I may do a separate video, but Monica, thank you so much for the gift, for the letter, for the offer. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for your support. Happy holidays to you as well. So I definitely want to shout you out on the show. I got to find somewhere to put this ball on my wall. I may put it like right here. So thank you. Thank you so much. And also, before we get to Jewell, if you are in the North Carolina area, you need any interior and exterior landscape design, reach out to Monica. She's a senior service technician, okay? So here's her information here. Make sure you reach out. All right. Jewell Loyd is demanding a trade from the Seattle Storm team. Guys, if you are not familiar, this Seattle Storm squad was investigated earlier in the season for mistreatment of their players. And, it was a lot of rumors circulating the squad that the Seattle Storm were, mistreating their players. I've talked about it in a previous live. Go back and watch the previous live when I got into details of the investigation, okay? But it has been released. The Seattle Storm announced Wednesday that an external investigation into reported accusations of harassment and bullying by the team's coaching staff has concluded without finding any violations. So basically, what this tells me is they looked into the accusations and they said there's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. But my thing is, who conducted the investigations? Who conducted the investigations? Is this something else that's being covered up in this league? Who conducted the investigations? Then Jewell Loyd said, I want out of this town. I want out of this town. You see here, All-Star Jewell Loyd has requested a trade from the Seattle Storm earlier this week. So this was shocking to me because I'll be honest, Jewell Loyd did nothing in the playoffs. She didn't do much for this team this season at all. But I thought they were a happy family over in Seattle because Jewell Loyd's mom used to do halftime performances. I'm not joking, folks. Her mom used to perform during halftime. So when I would see this, I was like, oh, I didn't know players' moms were like performing, but they were like giving her a stage and they gave her backup dancers and everything. And I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, this is different. Nice, but different. So I'm wondering what happened. And then remember that game when they played the Indiana Fever? Mind you, it was like Seattle's only sold out game. When they played Indiana, and most of the crowd was Caitlyn Clark fans, but Jewell said in her post-game interview that we've been had fans. This is nothing new for us. It has nothing to do with one player. This is nothing new for us. We've been had fans. Remember when they were asking her about the rookies' impact on the league, and she said, I refuse to talk about any rookies but ours. But her rookie on her team, Nika, isn't even getting any playing time. So this is another player that I just sit back and laugh. Because you spent so much energy and time trying to make sure you don't acknowledge why millions of more people know who you are. And trying to really take credit for something you didn't earn, Jewell. You did. I like to share a video of Jewell Loyd's mom. And why I was confused, seriously. Her mom really did perform at halftime of the games. Let's take a look. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to be, I'm not trying to be nasty here. But this video is a hoot. This video is a hoot. I really was shocked to see that Jewell requested the trade because I thought there was some type of entertainment contract or something going on. Jewell went from booking her mom as the halftime entertainment to requesting a trade. I gotta watch this video again. I am so sorry. This video. Oh God. Ooh. Ooh. W360 family. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have that video saved in my phone. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. I cannot believe that girl put her mom out there to do that performance. Oh, my goodness. I have to include that video in my intro. I have to. I have to. Any editors out there, reach out to me because I don't feel like doing it. My editing days are over. Please reach out to me so I can include that video in my intro. Nonetheless, I don't know. I don't know if it's the dancers. I think it's the dancers. I think it's the dancers, girl. I think it's the dancers. So there's a storm in Seattle, and Jewell wants to evacuate. Jewell wants to evacuate. One thing I tweeted, and I do stand by that. Indiana Fever fans, please don't start requesting Jewell. Please don't start asking Jewell Loyd to come to this team. No. She's a no-show. Okay, she's drama. And we don't need this at halftime. Y'all, I cannot believe that girl put her mama out there to do that. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. Again, Seattle Storm investigation is over. It's done with. You want to know why? Because in this league, whatever goes, baby. Anything goes. Anything goes. Sade said, CJ, can you imagine this in front of Fever fans? If I was to see that performance in real life, I would be like, what is happening? I think it's the sparkling things from her dress. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, I'm done. Lord, they really gonna try to strike this channel now. She is not WNBA media. She's negative. All she do is talk about our players. That is funny to me. I'm sorry, guys. When I tell y'all, I have watched that video and had tears coming out my eyes. From the game that it happened, I was like, girl, what is happening? I'm sorry. I got that video in my group chats and everything. That video is a hoot. Okay. I'm telling you now, that video is a hoot. Seriously. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Badfield, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Need it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Moving along, guys. Moving along. What did I want to talk about that? So that's what's going on with Jewell Loyd. I know what I want to talk about. All right. As you guys know, we're in the WNBA off season. And so of course women's college basketball is happening right now. I've noticed a lot of conversation is happening around women's college basketball, of course, but it's including Caitlyn Clark. And I want to say this here. I've said this, guys, W360 family, back me up if I'm wrong here or if I'm not right here. I called this. So basically what's happening right now is Juju Watkins, who's a phenomenal player. She's doing great things in college. I told y'all during this college season, the WNBA media was going to try to find anybody they could to replace White Jesus. They're thirsty. They're sharks after blood. Anybody. We need to create new conversations. We need to make a new face of the WNBA, and not just the WNBA, but women's basketball, period. Because that's what Caitlyn Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark is. She's the face of women's basketball. Deal with it. She's the face. But you have your W media out here like Monica McNothing smart to say, and other WNBA media hosts who's doing this weird, just super push of Juju Watkins. And I should have put Paige Beckers up here too, because that's who they're pushing, Paige Beckers as well. Any good thing Juju Watkins does, see what I mean? She's the next face of women's basketball. She's the face of women's basketball. No, she's not. Great player, but she's not the face of women's basketball. White Jesus is. Deal with it. Media, deal with it. White Jesus is the face of women's basketball. It's not going to change anytime soon, Monica McNothing smart to say. It's not going to change. We're not going anywhere. We're here. You got to stick around with us, okay? You got to deal with us. And when Stephanie White, because Stephanie White will be right, and the Indiana Fever is running through the league next season, you're going to have to deal with Indiana and Caitlyn Clark fans. But I don't like this. And the reason why I don't like this is because I like Juju Watkins. I think Juju Watkins is a phenomenal player. In her last few games, Juju Watkins has scored 40 points. In her last game, she had 34 points. The game before that, 20 points, 24 points, 22 points, 21 points, 27 points. Those are just a few games from her college season. Granted, she's a sophomore in college. Do you know WNBA media is out here trying to compare her to Caitlyn Clark already? Are you guys that thirsty? Stop setting her up for failure because of your hate for White Jesus. No one's going anywhere. When May gets here, and the season starts, guess what? You're going to have to deal with millions of people week in and week out talking about and watching Caitlyn Clark. It doesn't matter how many people you try to push down our throats. And you guys do the same thing with Juju Watkins. You're doing the same thing with Paige Beckers. You keep doing it with Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray. You guys keep saying Chelsea Gray is the point guard of the league, but she hasn't led the league in assists. White Jesus has. I know. You hate her. We get it. Who needs enemies when you have an employer like the WNBA? You hate her. She's white and she's straight. We figured it out. We get it. We get it. There's nothing else you can tell us. We get it. You hate her because she's white and she's straight. She has a boyfriend. Not, so you hate it. So you're pushing Juju and you're setting her up. And it's not fair to her because she's a phenomenal player. She's a scoring machine. But what the media is doing to her because of their hate for Caitlyn Clark, it's unfair to her. Monica make nothing smart to say? Why don't you stop? Seriously, Caitlyn Clark has a fan base that is unmatched. She's a hometown hero. Okay. Men, women, kids, black people, white people, Asian people, Mexican people, whoever. Gay people, straight people, and the they, thems, whoever. Sports fans. They like Caitlyn Clark. You can't force motion. You can't. You see what's happening with Asia Wilson? You can't force it. So my whole thing is, let Juju Watkins' stardom increase and progress authentically. Not in this league. No. We got to hurry up and push Juju down your throat. She's the face of the league. Then you're going to make people not like her. Monica make nothing smart to say. I think you should do something else. Say something else. You're putting her in a bad position. Seriously, there are a lot of great players coming out of college. A lot of these young girls, they're having phenomenal seasons. Flage, Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, Citron. The point guard at Texas, Madison Booker. A lot of great teams. The media is the problem. It's not Caitlyn Clark fans. It's the media. They're the problem. So, yeah, I hope this can stop soon. Stop this. And go see a therapist for your hate for straight white women. Go see a therapist. Stereo D, that is funny. I'm not reading that comment out loud, but that is funny to me. I don't feel like dealing with the hotep, so I'm not reading out loud, but that is funny to me, girl. You are crazy. You're crazy. How we feeling, W360 family? William says Juju is not selling out arenas. Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, then it puts show shows or hosts like myself, now we have to talk about it. We have to say those things like, well, no, she's not selling out arenas. And then I challenge everyone to go watch Juju Watkins play. I think she's phenomenal. I think Juju is a scoring machine, but Juju Watkins does not have any, any, no parts of the stardom that Caitlyn Clark has. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that. Phenomenal player. But she doesn't have what Caitlyn Clark has. You can't manufacture the it factor. See your examples. Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner. Nobody really cared. I know it's tough to swallow. Not one South Carolina game or not one Vegas game was played in a football stadium. And speaking of white Jesus, shout out to Caitlyn Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark. She has been named to the 2025 Forbes 30 Under 30 Sports category. Okay? Shout out to White Jesus. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Who needs enemies when you have an employer like the WNBA? Because guess who has not acknowledged this at all? The WNBA. They haven't announced our rookie, Caitlyn Clark. Our rookie, Caitlyn Clark, has been named to the Forbes list. But last season, it was Enrique and somebody else. I can't remember the name. It was Enrique and I want to say Sabrina Ionescu. They were named to the Forbes list. WNBA celebrated it. So yeah, guys, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's seriously, it's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous at this point. Rage, the System 91. I came from one channel that was all excited about the Golden State picks to this channel, and first thing I hear is this team will stink. Made me LOL. The W360 tells it like it is. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing gets anyone else. I mean, people run their channels how they want to run their channels, but yeah, no, we're not fruitly dizzing dazzling over here. That team is going to stink. That team is going to stink. Stinky, dirty diapers. That team looks awful. Awful. Yeah, we don't beat around the bush over here. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to. I don't know how. If I tried, I promise you guys would be like, this doesn't sound like CJ. CJ, what you want? That team stinks. That team is going to stink. That team might win 5 games. Maybe. Seriously, that team stinks. All right. This story here, this was a hoot to me. Where we at? 44 minutes? Okay, I want to keep this under an hour. This was a hoot to me. Guys, the Connecticut Sun, if you don't know, the Connecticut Sun, orange is the new black. Remember Connecticut Sun, a.k.a. Orange is the New Black prison ball team? Led by yours truly, Alyssa Thomas, Dewana Bonner, The teammates that are married or engaged. Dejanay Carrington. Yes, that team, they have a new coach now. And the coach, Rashid Meziani. Rashid Meziani, guys, is the new coach of the Connecticut Sun. Good news. You think they have a new coach. Mind you, he's a top international coach. The teams that he coached internationally were top teams. Top teams. I think he coached like a Germany team, and it was some other team. They were top teams internationally, right? Great news. But guess who's upset? The Freedom Fighters, baby. The WNBA Freedom Fighters are upset at this news. Okay, because you can't go a few days without the Freedom Fighters being upset about something. And, you know, when you think like, well, why are they upset? What's going on? They have a new coach. This is great news. Good. They're upset because there wasn't a black woman hired. The Freedom Fighters are arguing that not enough black women are being hired in these head coaching positions because this is a women's league. You can't, I promise you guys, I am not making this up. The Freedom Fighters of the WNBA and the Slows, your Frankies, all of them, they're upset because the new head coaches aren't black women. So forget about who's the best candidate for the teams. Forget about choosing the best person. We want black women, and that's it. That's what the WNBA is saying. It's all these men coming. They're just hiring too many men. No! They're coming in our space. This is a space for us. This is the space for us. Where are all these men coming from? Why are they hiring men to coach? What's wrong with a little masculine energy from a man around the team? I mean, he's clearly qualified. He has success. He's been the head coach of good teams internationally. But no, that's not enough. He's not a black woman with a septum ring. Or maybe a white woman with purple and blue hair. Doesn't fit the mode. This guy doesn't fit the mode. Okay? He doesn't identify, I guess, for the WNBA Freedom Fighters. Damn, being a good coach, that's not what we're here for. You think we're here to see good coach and good basketball? No. We want to see septum rings and purple and blue hair. That's what this league has been about. What is going on? There are men. Does he have a family? He has a wife and kids? No! They're ruining our league. No! No! Lives Matter shirt. What's happening to our league that we love? No! It should be a black woman. It has to be a black woman. No! It's too many men. I'm serious. One tweet says, I don't know this man nor his coaching ability. This is a WNBA media person. I would put him on the show, but you're not going to get promotion through my show. Y'all keep striking my channel anyway. I don't know this man nor his coaching abilities, so this is no slight to him. What I do know is there's been a shift in more men being hired as head coach. I'm not a fan, respectfully. Another one of the WNBA freedom fighters, that's WNBA media. Were there no black woman coaches available? Listen, according to old WNBA media, I got the rules. I got the rule book. The rule book is right here. Okay? Rule book is right here. In order to be a qualified WNBA coach, you have to be a black woman. And if you're not a black woman, you have to be a woman. You have to be a woman. Okay, we don't allow men in this league. Not even as husbands. We don't allow men in this league. You have to be a woman. And if you're a black woman, you have to have at least 4 septum rings. Okay? And if you're a white woman, you have to at least own 4 blackity black pro black shirts. That means one is a Black Lives Matter shirt. One is a freedom shirt. One is a shirt with Harriet Tubman. And you got to have a shirt with Frederick Douglass on it. That's the only way. Okay? And how dare you have any type of different political views? No. Not in this league. Seriously. So, the WNBA freedom fighters, they're upset at this coach. They hate him. Okay? They hate him. He doesn't fit the criteria. Well, I'm here at the W360 to tell you this, WNBA freedom fighters. You all shut your pie holes. It's a new day. Okay? You're going to have male coaches. You have new fans, and you have new media that's here. Deal with it. You have new media that's here. Okay? The WNBA is no longer going to be a safe space for losers and misfits and purple hairs and slows to congregate and talk about why you don't feel safe going to the grocery store because people stare at you. Go find a new sport. We're here. You got to go find a new sport. You got to go find a new sport. You got to go find somewhere else to go to the games and talk about how it's hard to be black in America. The WNBA is no longer going to be that space. We're here. Okay? We're here for the sport. We got points, agendas to push, and points to prove. Okay? We're here for the sport. You got to go find a new club. Get out of my town. This is our town now. The WNBA is our town now. Deal with it. Move. I don't know why my camera keeps shaking. Here, let me move this back some. There we go. It shouldn't shake anymore. Deal with it. Deal with it. It's not your safe space anymore. Go to a therapist. That's a safe space for you guys. Go to a therapist. The WNBA is changing. The WNBA is for sports fans, not social justice freedom fighter warriors. Seriously. These people get on my nerves. They really do. These people get on my nerves. The WNBA is a place for diversity and families and sports fans, okay? That's what it is. I can't wait until this season starts. Speaking of the season starting, Indiana. Indiana has announced their schedule, guys. White Jesus and Stephanie White is right. And the Indiana Fever has announced their schedule. And they are opening on May the 17th. And against who? None other than the Chicago Sky. That's right, folks. The season is opening against the Chicago Sky. And if you look at that schedule, if you look at this schedule, the Indiana Fever is going to play Chicago Sky 5 times this season. Now, I get it. I get it. I get it on one hand. Okay. I get it on one hand. You have to capitalize, right? Actually, let me move this. You have to capitalize, right? But to me, 5 games where they're going to push this made up rivalry, this rivalry that doesn't exist. This rivalry doesn't exist between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese. You're going to open the season with this and then make them play 4 more times against each other after that. Now, I get capitalizing on good games, but this Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark thing, when is it going to stop? There's no rivalry there. There's no rivalry. There's no rivalry. You guys are better off putting Angel Reese against Asia Wilson. There's no rivalry between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese. Angel Reese had her moment during the Final Four game at LSU. Guys, this was 3 years ago. Let it go. Let it go. Stop attaching Angel Reese to Caitlyn Clark. This rivalry doesn't exist. If anything, I would have hoped that they would have opened the season with Caitlyn Clark versus Paige Beckers. Let's let them go at it right then and there. Opening day, baby. We're starting strong. Since everyone claims Paige Beckers is better than Caitlyn Clark, open the season with a real rivalry. Seriously. So I don't care. I don't care for the 5 games against Angel Reese. I'm tired already. I'm tired already. If that new coach at Chicago Sky, if Tyler Marsh decides to keep Kennedy jail cell Carter, then what's going to happen? Kennedy is going to Goldberg spear Caitlyn Clark again? Then we have CNN talking about the game. It's too much. I'm tired. I'm tired already. I'm already tired. I'm already tired. I'm already tired. You can put Caitlyn Clark against Chelsea Gray. There's another storyline there. Since the league keeps calling Chelsea Gray the point guard, when the real point guard is Caitlyn Clark. White Jesus. Chelsea Gray is not a point guard of this league. Not with those knees knocking like that. Chelsea Gray knees knock more than a Jehovah's Witness on a Saturday morning. No. Chelsea Gray isn't the point guard of this league. She's not. White Jesus is. There's another storyline you could have opened up with. Chelsea Gray against JC Sheldon. That's a Big Ten. There's another rivalry. They went at it in the Big Ten in college. You could put them against each other. But this Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark, I am tired. Knock it off. Seriously. If you're watching this video right now and you have not liked the video, please like the video. Like the video. I hear that helps in the algorithm. So please like the video if you have not liked this video yet. Okay? Please like the video, like the video, like the video. It helps the word of the W360 get out. So yeah, that's Indiana Fever schedule. And real quick before where are we at? Oh, we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. Toronto Tempo is the latest team announced in the WNBA. Okay. Toronto Tempo is the latest team announced. I don't care for this name at all. What kind of name is this? Nonetheless, I am happy the WNBA has another team. Despite the claims that are made about the W360 show and the strikes and the complaints, you guys would be surprised what I have to deal with behind the scenes with this doggone show. Despite the complaints about the show, I do speak positively about the league. I am a fan of the league, and overall, I'm happy that the WNBA has added another team. So this team is set to launch the 2026 season. Okay, so that's the Toronto Tempo. That name stinks. I don't care for that name. Toronto Tempo. That name stinks. Y'all could have came up with something else. That name stinks. Stinks. Tempo. Who's on the marketing team? Nonetheless, congratulations. Congratulations to Canada. They have a WNBA team now. And I know Canada has a large WNBA fan base. So I'm really, really happy for the new team. I just wish they would have came up with another name. That name stinks altogether. Kelly says it sounds like tampons. Seriously, that name is awful. How about Lady Raptors? Something. Y'all could have came up with something else, but the Toronto Tempo? Whew. That is awful. That is awful. W360 family, how we feeling? Yes, it does. Agree. Bonnie says, agree, CJ. Angel has gotten rich from this CC controversy. We are tired of it too. I agree. I agree. I am so tired of this Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark rivalry. I'm tired. I'm already tired. Sade, I like it, LOL. I think it has a nice ring to it. I hate it. I hate it. Stereo D, feeling like we need another hour with you. For what? Why would I sit on here another hour? Y'all not gonna stay another hour. Y'all are not gonna stay. What is it? Eastern time. It's 9:10 Eastern time. G Funk, keep me laughing. I'm subscribed and I love your truth and humor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all might get mad at me. Y'all might get mad at me right quick, but I have to. Oh, oh, cannot believe that woman went out there and did that. I know somebody is going to clip me talking about this. I do not care. I cannot believe that woman went out there. I think it's I think it's the strings. I think it's the strings on the I think it's the strings on the Oh, oh, this is so funny to me. I cannot get enough of this. Oh my goodness. Who sings that song? What song is that? What song is that? It's one of the popular songs out that the kids are doing on TikTok, I think. My niece would know this song. I know she would know it. You were made for me. You were made for me. Jewel, girl, you cannot get mad at me. Y'all cannot get mad at me. Jewel, y'all better not strike this channel or strike this show. Y'all put her out there to do that. Y'all put her out there to do that. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Sade says her dress looked like a graduation cap. Yo, yo. Listen, if there is anybody watching this video, W360 family, if you know, I'll do it myself. I'm off next week, so I'll do it myself. I'm going to edit that video in my intro. I have to. I have to. That video brings me joy. I'm not even making fun of her mom. That video brings, I'm not being nasty. That video brings me joy, girl. That video brings. Who's the dancer in the bandana? Who's the dancer in the bandana? All right, guys. With that being said, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Okay, if you have not subscribed to the W360, make sure you subscribe to the W360. Stereo D says she got clear shoes. Sean Locker says the crowd is stunned. Cara says, is that body to body, skin to skin? Bonnie says, Flage mom versus Jewel's mom. I will pay to see. Y'all are crazy in this chat. I promise you, it's not me. It's not me. Y'all are crazy in this chat. Y'all are funny in this chat. William Mueller says that's the cleaning lady. W360 family, when I tell y'all, I was on Thanksgiving. I think I saw this video when I was on Thanksgiving break. And I was like, I cannot wait to put this on my show. Well, no, when I saw the news that Jewell Loyd requested a trade, that's when I was like, not Jewell Loyd, who mama be doing the halftime performances. I know. Y'all not getting out of town. Sade said, the dancer said, y'all are funny. All right, that's going to wrap up this week's episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching the playback, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to the W360, okay? Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend. Tell your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, and tell that family member that nobody wants around, but you got to tolerate them because it's the holiday time. But you don't let him around the little kids because he's weird. Tell him to subscribe to the W360 as well. Okay? Make sure you are drinking your water. Washing your face in the morning. Clean out your belly button and behind your ears. A lot of people miss that part when you shower. You got to clean behind your ears as well. Mind your business. And until next episode, peace and so